All right, so here we are again. And something I noticed as I was putting that last lesson together was that the three temptations of Christ we're seeing today coming from the UN. This is going to be a tender subject, I think, but we'll get it. All right. In Luke 4, from 4 through 13, we find the temptation of Christ, what Jesus was tempted with in the wilderness by Satan. And Satan tempted him, tell the stones to become bread. Jesus replied, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone. Then Satan said, I will give you all their, showed him the kingdoms of the world and said, I will give you all their authority and splendor. It has been given to me and I can give it to anyone I want. All you have to do is worship me and it will be yours. And Jesus said, it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only. And then the devil tempts him and takes him up to the highest pinnacle of the temple and says, throw yourself down, for it is written. And here's the devil's quoting the word. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you, and they will lift up their hands so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. And Jesus said, it is said, do not put the Lord God to the test. And what I noticed was there's three temptations: hunger, safety, and power. And if you look at the SDGs that's coming out of the UN, not surprisingly, seeing it is a 7-year plan, and that kind of sparks some thought process. They talk about the coming food shortages and how their plan to save the world. But hunger, the coming food shortages, don't worry, we have a plan. Safety, all over those commitments in the 7-year plan is for peace and safety. We're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. There's war in Ukraine, China and Taiwan, Korea. The Middle East is about to erupt into something even bigger. Then there's the culture wars that's going on. But the UN promises safety. If we follow their SDG 7-year plan, we're going to have peace and safety. And then power. Their part in the transhuman movement, which is the Neuralink technology. And the promise with the Neuralink technology is you will be like gods. And we've heard that before. We heard it in Genesis. That was the temptation. You can be like God if you eat of that tree. So be careful what you're willing to follow, what you're willing to listen to. And keep an eye out for someone who's offering these three things. That did not go where I thought it was going to go. If they're offering you food, safety, and power, we got a problem. So just keep that in mind. Stay in the Word. Because the way you get to know God and know Jesus is just to stay in the Word, stay in prayer. And know that he died for you. He died and rose again on the 3rd day, according to scriptures. Thanks a lot, and God bless.